Lesson 1, Dressing to Impress.
Hey Anna, I have a question for you. Do you have any ideas about what I should wear for the event this weekend?
Absolutely. Are you thinking of wearing something formal?
Yes, I'm thinking of wearing a nice suit. But I'm not sure if I should go for a classic black or a more vibrant color.
Both options could work. A classic black suit is always elegant, but a vibrant color can really stand out.
That's true. I've seen some people wearing navy blue or even burgundy suits lately.
Navy blue is a great choice. It's stylish yet still formal. Plus, it pairs well with many shirt colors.
I agree. What color shirt do you think would go well with navy?
A crisp white shirt would look sharp. You could also consider a light gray or a soft pastel for something different.
I like the idea of a pastel shirt. It can definitely add a fresh touch. What about ties?
A tie can really make or break the outfit. A patterned tie could add some personality to the ensemble.
That's a good point. I have a couple of ties with interesting designs. Should I go bold or keep it subtle?
If your suit and shirt are more neutral, a bold tie could be a fun pop of color. Just don't go overboard.
Sounds like a plan. I want to look sharp but not overly flashy. How about shoes?
Stick to classic dress shoes, like black or brown leather. They can elevate your entire look.
Great advice. I have a nice pair of black leather shoes that I think will work perfectly.
Perfect. And don't forget accessories, like a watch or cufflinks. They can add a nice touch without being too much.
I hadn't thought about that. I have a classic watch that would go well with the suit.
That sounds splendid. You'll look very polished and put together.
Thanks, Anna. I appreciate your help. I'm feeling more confident about my outfit now.
Lesson 2, Justice in the 12th Century.
Hey Anna, I recently discovered something fascinating about how criminal cases were decided in the 12th century.
Really? That sounds intriguing. What was the method they used back then?
A new method was introduced by one of the kings of England. Instead of just relying on local lords, they started using a jury system.
A jury system? That's interesting. How did that change things for the people?
It allowed ordinary citizens to participate in justice, making the process more democratic.
That's quite progressive for that time. Were there any specific rules for selecting jurors?
Yes. Jurors were typically chosen from the local community, ensuring that they had knowledge of the events in question.
That makes sense. Did this new method help to reduce corruption in the decision-making process?
It did. By involving the community, it lessened the power of corrupt officials who might have influenced outcomes.
That's a significant improvement. Did everyone agree with this new system?
Not really. Some nobles were resistant because they lost some of their power over legal matters.
I can imagine they wouldn't be too happy about that. Were there any famous cases during that time that highlighted this change?
Yes. One notable case involved a dispute over land, where jurors had to decide based on evidence presented.
How did that turn out? Did the jury make a fair decision?
They ruled in favor of the rightful owner, showing that the jury could be impartial and just.
That's a great example of how the jury system worked effectively. Did this practice continue to evolve over time?
Certainly. The jury system gradually spread to other parts of the world and became a cornerstone of modern justice.
It's amazing how that one change has had such a lasting impact on legal systems today.
Exactly. It's a fascinating journey through history that shaped how we view justice now.
Lesson 3: Exploring Jupiter.
Hey Anna, did you know that the fifth planet from the Sun is called Jupiter?
Really? I've heard of Jupiter, but I didn't know it was the fifth planet. What makes it so special?
Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. It's absolutely massive.
That's incredible. How big are we talking about here?
It's so big that you could fit all the other planets inside it and still have room left over.
Wow, that's hard to imagine. Does it have any unique features?
Yes, it has a great red spot, which is a giant storm that has been raging for hundreds of years.
A storm that lasts that long? That's fascinating. What else is interesting about Jupiter?
Jupiter has dozens of moons. In fact, it has at least 79 known moons.
That's a lot of moons. Do any of them have interesting characteristics?
One of its largest moons, Europa, is believed to have a subsurface ocean, which could potentially support life.
That's amazing. So, there could be life on one of Jupiter's moons?
Exactly. Scientists are very curious about Europa and are planning missions to explore it further.
I can see why. What about Jupiter's atmosphere? Is it different from Earth's?
Yes, it's mostly made of hydrogen and helium, and it has beautiful bands of clouds in various colors.
Those colorful clouds must look stunning. Are there any other planets with similar features?
Saturn is similar, but it's known for its spectacular rings, while Jupiter has a more dynamic atmosphere.
I would love to see both planets up close. Do you think we'll ever get to visit them?
With advancements in technology, who knows? Space tourism might be just around the corner.
That would be a dream come true. I can only imagine the view from Jupiter.
It would be breathtaking. Exploring the mysteries of our solar system is truly exciting.
Lesson 4, a change of scenery.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking it might be nice to have a change of scenery at home.
That sounds interesting. What kind of changes are you considering?
Well, I was thinking of rearranging the furniture in my living room. A fresh layout could really change the vibe.
That's a great idea. Sometimes a new arrangement can make a space feel completely different.
Exactly. I might even add some new decorations. Maybe some plants for a touch of nature?
Plants are fantastic. They not only beautify the space, but also improve air quality. Do you have any specific plants in mind?
I'm considering getting a snake plant. They're low maintenance and look quite stylish.
Snake plants are wonderful. They thrive on neglect, which is perfect for busy people.
Right? Plus, I've heard they're great for beginners. What about you? Do you have any plants at home?
Yes, I have a few succulents. They're cute and very easy to care for.
Succulents are adorable. Do you have a favorite among them?
I really like my jade plant. It's supposed to bring good luck.
That's lovely. I could use some good luck around here. Maybe I should get a jade plant too.
You should. And maybe you could create a little indoor garden. It sounds like a fun project.
That would be exciting. I could even invite some friends over to help. A little gardening party could be fun.
That's a fantastic idea. Everyone loves a good excuse to gather and get their hands dirty.
Plus, it's a great way to connect with nature, even if we're indoors.
Absolutely. It's amazing how a little greenery can lift your spirits and brighten your day.
I can't wait to start this project. A fresh environment might just spark some creativity too.
Lesson 5, Finding Solutions.
Hey Anna, I'm really glad we could find a solution that works for both of us.
Absolutely, John. It's always satisfying when we can collaborate effectively. What do you think made this solution work so well?
I think it was our willingness to listen to each other's needs. That really helped clarify things.
Definitely. Open communication is key. Were there any specific needs that stood out during our discussion?
Yes, I felt that understanding our priorities made a big difference. You were clear about needing flexibility, and I appreciated that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Flexibility is crucial for me, especially with my busy schedule.
It's the same for me. Balancing work and personal life can be challenging, so accommodating each other is essential.
Exactly. And I think brainstorming together allowed us to explore various options without feeling pressured.
Right. It made the process enjoyable and less stressful. Did you have a favorite idea that we came up with?
I really like the idea of setting up regular check-ins. It helps us stay on track without feeling overwhelmed.
I agree. Those check-ins will keep us aligned and allow us to adjust if needed.
Plus, it gives us a chance to celebrate our successes, no matter how small.
That's true. Recognizing progress can be motivating and boost our morale.
Exactly. It's all about building a positive environment where we can thrive together.
I feel more confident about our project now. Having a solid plan makes all the difference.
Yes, it certainly does. I'm excited to see how our collaboration develops moving forward.
Me too. Let's keep this momentum going and continue to support each other.
Lesson 6: Social Media Savvy.
Hey Anna, I particularly like how they used social media platforms for their campaign.
Absolutely, John. It's fascinating how effective social media can be in reaching a large audience. What specific aspects caught your attention?
I love their creative use of visuals. Engaging images and videos really draw people in.
Yes. Visual content is much more appealing than just text. It's amazing how quickly people share eye-catching posts.
Exactly. And they also encouraged user-generated content, which is a brilliant strategy.
For sure. When followers create content, it builds a sense of community and involvement. Did you see any examples of that?
Yes, I noticed they had a contest where users shared their stories. The best ones were featured on their page.
That's such a clever way to engage followers. It makes them feel valued and appreciated.
Right? It's like they're part of the brand's journey. Plus, it increases authenticity.
Definitely. People are more likely to trust a brand that showcases real experiences from customers.
And it also helps with visibility. The more people share, the wider the reach.
That's true. It's like a ripple effect. The campaign can go viral if done correctly.
Speaking of going viral, did you see how they use trending hashtags?
I did. Leveraging popular hashtags is a smart move to get noticed by a broader audience.
Exactly. It can attract people who might not even follow the brand initially.
Plus, it keeps the content relevant and timely. Are there any other strategies you liked?
I appreciated their interaction with followers. Responding to comments makes a huge difference.
Yes. Engaging directly with the audience fosters loyalty and encourages more interaction.
It's a win-win situation. The audience feels heard, and the brand builds a stronger relationship.
Absolutely. I think there's so much we can learn from their approach for our own projects.
For sure. Let's brainstorm some ideas on how we can implement similar strategies in our upcoming campaign.
Lesson 7, Family Fun.
Hey Anna, that sounds hilarious. I'll have to try it with my family.
I'm glad you think so. What part are you most excited to try?
I love the idea of the silly game you mentioned. It could lead to some great laughs.
Absolutely. Laughter is the best medicine, especially during family gatherings.
Do you think it would work well with kids too?
For sure. Kids love anything that involves a bit of chaos and fun. It keeps them entertained.
That's a relief. I was worried they might get bored easily.
Not with a game like that. Plus, kids have such vivid imaginations, they'll probably add their own twists.
That's true. I can already picture them coming up with the wildest ideas.
Exactly. And it's a great way to bond as a family. Shared laughter creates lasting memories.
I completely agree. It's nice to have activities that bring everyone together.
Have you thought about any other games to include?
I was thinking of a trivia game. Everyone loves testing their knowledge, especially with funny questions.
Trivia is a fantastic choice. It's educational and entertaining at the same time.
Right? Plus, you can customize the questions to include family history, which makes it more personal.
That would definitely add a unique touch. It could spark some interesting stories too.
Exactly. I love how games can open up conversations and reveal family secrets.
Family secrets? Now you've got my curiosity piqued.
Well, you know how families sometimes have those amusing anecdotes that get passed down?
Oh, for sure. Those stories can be the highlight of any gathering.
I can just imagine everyone laughing over the stories of our childhood mischief.
That sounds like a delightful time. You'll have to let me know how it goes.
I definitely will. I'm sure it'll be a memorable experience for everyone involved.
Lesson 8, Fitness Talk.
Hey Anna, have you been keeping up with your fitness routine lately?
Hello, John. Yes, I have. It feels great to stay active.
That's fantastic. What exercises have you been focusing on?
I've been doing a mix of cardio and strength training. It keeps things interesting.
Sounds like a well rounded approach. I find cardio really helps with stamina.
Absolutely. I love going for runs, it's refreshing and clears my mind.
Running is great. Do you have a favorite route you like to take?
Yes. There's a beautiful park nearby with scenic trails. It makes running enjoyable.
That sounds lovely. Nature can be so motivating. Do you listen to music while you run?
I do. I have a playlist full of upbeat songs that keep me energized.
Music is a great motivator. I prefer podcasts, they make the time fly by.
That's a smart idea. Learning something new while exercising is productive.
Exactly. Speaking of productivity, have you tried any new workouts recently?
Yes. I just started a yoga class. It's challenging, but also very calming.
Yoga is fantastic for flexibility and relaxation. Do you feel a difference?
Definitely. I feel more balanced and centered since starting.
That's wonderful. It's essential to find activities that resonate with us.
I agree. And it's always nice to talk about fitness and share tips.
For sure. Keeping each other motivated can really help us stay on track.
Absolutely. It's like having a workout buddy, even when we're apart.
Exactly. Let's keep pushing each other to reach our fitness goals.
Lesson 9, Taxi Tales.
Hey Anna, I had the most interesting taxi ride yesterday.
Hello, John. What happened during the ride?
Well, there was a special meter in the taxi that calculated not only the fare but also the time.
That sounds innovative. Did it change the way you viewed the taxi experience?
Absolutely. It made me realize how much time I was spending in traffic.
Traffic can be such a hassle. How did the driver handle the delays?
He was surprisingly calm. He even shared tips on navigating the city better.
That's great. It's always nice to learn from someone with experience.
Yes. He had some fascinating stories about passengers he's picked up, especially from the hospital area.
I can imagine. Hospitals often bring a mix of emotions for people.
Exactly. He told me about a couple who were celebrating good news after a doctor's visit.
That must have been heartwarming to witness. Did he share any funny stories?
Yes. One time, a passenger forgot their pet parrot in the back seat.
A parrot? That's hilarious. Did the driver return it?
Of course. He said the parrot was squawking for its owner the whole time.
I can only imagine how funny that must have been. Did you enjoy your ride overall?
I did. It turned out to be quite an adventure, and I learned a lot.
That's the beauty of taxi rides. You never know what stories you might hear.
Exactly. It's like a mini journey filled with surprises.
I love that perspective. Next time I take a taxi, I'll pay more attention to my driver's stories.
You should. It makes the ride much more enjoyable and memorable.
I'll definitely try that. It's amazing how a simple taxi ride can turn into such an experience.
Exactly. Sometimes, it's the little things that make the biggest impact.
Lesson 10, Embracing the Moment.
Hey Anna, have you noticed how it feels like we've lost the ability to enjoy the present moment fully?
Hello, John. Yes, I have. With all the distractions around us, it's quite challenging.
Exactly. People are often glued to their phones instead of appreciating their surroundings.
It's true. I sometimes catch myself scrolling rather than taking in the beauty of nature.
Right. Speaking of nature, do you think hiking could help us reconnect with the present?
Absolutely. Hiking allows us to immerse ourselves in the environment and disconnect from technology.
And for hiking, we should search for trails with breathtaking views and varying difficulty levels.
I agree. Different trails can offer unique experiences and challenges that keep it exciting.
Have you ever hiked a trail that left you in awe?
Yes, I once hiked a mountain trail that led to a stunning waterfall. The view was breathtaking.
That sounds incredible. Did you take any photographs?
Of course, capturing those moments is essential, but I also made sure to soak it all in.
That's the key. Balancing between capturing memories and living in the moment is important.
Exactly. Sometimes, I remind myself to just breathe and appreciate the surroundings.
Great idea. It's easy to forget how powerful the present moment can be.
Yes. Each hike seems to teach us a little more about mindfulness and presence.
I love that perspective. Do you have any favorite spots you'd recommend for hiking?
Definitely. There's a national park nearby with various trails and stunning landscapes.
That sounds perfect. I'd love to explore it with you sometime.
Let's plan a hike soon. It'll be a great way to enjoy nature and disconnect for a bit.
I'm looking forward to it. A day in nature always rejuvenates the spirit.
Lesson 11, Communication Breakthrough.
Hey Anna, did you hear about Helen's incredible progress with communication?
Hello, John. Yes, it's amazing. I heard and has been teaching her some new techniques.
Exactly. One day, Anne took Helen to a well and pumped some water to demonstrate communication.
That sounds fascinating. How did Helen respond to that?
She was initially confused but then started to understand the connection between actions and words.
That's a brilliant way to teach. Using real life scenarios can make learning more impactful.
Totally. It's like they created a bridge between language and experience.
I love that analogy. It's important to make learning relevant to daily life.
Absolutely. It's so much easier to grasp concepts when you can see and feel them.
Do you think Helen will continue to improve with this approach?
I believe so. Consistent practice and real life examples will definitely boost her confidence.
That's the key. Confidence can make such a big difference in communication skills.
For sure. Plus, it empowers her to express herself more freely.
Have you ever tried teaching someone using a similar method?
Yes, I once taught a friend how to cook by explaining each step while we prepared a meal together.
That's a fantastic example. Cooking requires both communication and hands-on learning.
Exactly. We laughed a lot, which made the learning experience even more enjoyable.
Humor can be such a great tool in teaching. It makes the process more relaxed and fun.
Definitely. It helps to create a positive environment where learners feel safe to make mistakes.
And mistakes are essential for learning. They pave the way for growth and understanding.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to see how creative teaching methods can transform lives.
I agree. I can't wait to see how far Helen can go with Anne's guidance.
Me too. It's inspiring to witness such determination and progress in learning.
Lesson 12, Colorful Choices.
Hey Anna, have you seen the menu at that new cafe downtown?
Hello, John. Yes, I took a peek, and it looks fantastic. They have a variety of options.
I was surprised by how colorful the dishes are. Have you tried any yet?
Not yet, but I heard their vegan tacos are vibrant and full of flavor.
I love that. It's great when food is not only tasty but also visually appealing.
Exactly. It makes the dining experience much more enjoyable. What do you think you'll order?
I'm leaning towards the quinoa salad. It has roasted vegetables and a zesty dressing.
That sounds delicious. I might go for the smoothie bowl, it looks like a work of art.
I've seen those. They're so Instagram worthy. Do you think you'll take a picture?
Definitely. It's hard to resist capturing something that looks so scrumptious.
Right? Plus, it gives your friends food envy.
Haha, true. Speaking of which, have you ever tried making a colorful dish at home?
I attempted a rainbow stir fry once. It was a bit chaotic but fun.
That sounds amazing. What vegetables did you use?
I added bell peppers, carrots, and purple cabbage. It looked like a rainbow on the plate.
I can imagine. It's incredible how colors can make food more appetizing.
Absolutely. Eating with our eyes first is a real thing.
Have you ever experimented with food coloring for desserts?
Yes. I made tie-dye cupcakes for a friend's birthday. They were a hit.
That sounds like a fun project. Did they taste as good as they looked?
Surprisingly, yes. The vanilla flavor complemented the colorful frosting perfectly.
I might have to try that. It could be a great way to impress my family.
For sure. It's always nice to add a little flair to home-cooked meals.
I agree. Cooking should be a joyful experience, not just a chore.
Exactly. Let's make a plan to try that cafe together this weekend.
Lesson 13, Sweet Choices.
Hey Anna, have you checked out the dessert menu at that new restaurant?
Hello, John. Yes, I glanced at it, and it looks absolutely delightful.
Right? They have such a variety of sweets. I can't decide what to try first.
Same here. The chocolate lava cake sounds tempting. Have you ever had it?
I have. It's like a mini volcano of chocolate. So rich and gooey.
That sounds heavenly. I'm also intrigued by the fruit tart, it must be refreshing.
Definitely. Plus, the vibrant colors of the fruits make it visually appealing.
Speaking of visuals, did you notice the prices? They seem quite reasonable for such fancy desserts.
Yes. I was surprised. It's nice to indulge without breaking the bank.
Exactly. And I appreciate that they list everything clearly on the menu.
Transparency is key. It makes it easier to decide what you want.
For sure. And I noticed they have cutlery neatly placed on the tables.
That's a nice touch. It shows they pay attention to the dining experience.
It does. It makes me feel welcomed and excited to enjoy my meal.
Have you thought about sharing a dessert? That way we can try more options.
Great idea. We could share the chocolate lava cake and the fruit tart.
Perfect combo. A little bit of decadence and a touch of freshness.
Exactly. Plus, sharing desserts always feels more fun and social.
I agree. It's like a mini celebration on a plate.
And we can chat about how they made each dessert.
Yes. I love hearing about the ingredients and preparation methods.
Me too. It's fascinating how creativity plays a role in dessert making.
It really is. I admire pastry chefs for their artistry and skill.
Same here. I might even try my hand at baking one day.
That would be exciting. What dessert would you want to make first?
I think I'd start with cupcakes. They seem fun and easy to decorate.
Great choice. Plus, you can experiment with different flavors and frostings.
Exactly. I'd love to create colorful designs. Maybe even a rainbow theme.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to taste your creations.
And I'd love to have a dessert party with all our friends.
Count me in. That would be a sweet way to celebrate our baking adventures.
Lesson 14, Digital Dialogues.
Hey Anna, have you noticed how integral computers have become in our daily lives?
Hello, John. Yes, it's fascinating how quickly they've transformed everything we do.
Absolutely. Just a few decades ago, computers were rare, and now we rely on them for almost everything.
I remember when they first became popular, it felt like a futuristic dream come true.
Right? Now we can do everything from shopping to banking online. It's quite convenient.
And let's not forget about communication. Video calls have changed how we connect with others.
Indeed. It's amazing to see family and friends from far away in real time.
It makes the world feel smaller, doesn't it? We can share moments instantly.
Exactly. But I sometimes wonder if we rely on them too much.
That's a valid point. It's easy to get lost in screens and forget the world around us.
Yes. Balance is key. I try to set aside screen free time to enjoy nature or read.
That sounds refreshing. I often find that taking breaks helps me recharge my mind.
For sure. What's your favorite activity during those breaks?
I love going for walks or practicing yoga. It helps me clear my head.
Both great choices. I enjoy cooking, it's therapeutic and rewarding.
Cooking is an excellent way to be creative. What's your latest culinary experiment?
I recently tried my hand at making homemade pasta. It was a fun challenge.
That sounds delicious. I've always wanted to try that. How did it turn out?
Surprisingly well. It was much more satisfying than store-bought pasta.
I can imagine. Fresh pasta must have a whole different flavor and texture.
It really does. Plus, it's a great way to impress guests at dinner parties.
Definitely. Maybe we can have a pasta making night together sometime.
I'd love that. We could experiment with different sauces and toppings.
A pasta party sounds like a fantastic idea. We could even invite others to join.
Yes. It would be a great way to mix food and fun with friends.
Lesson 15, Communicative Connections.
Hey Anna, I heard about the amazing work you did with Helen.
Hello, John. Yes, it was quite an experience. Teaching her to communicate has been rewarding.
That's incredible. How did you start the process?
I began with simple gestures and sounds, and we gradually built up from there.
That sounds like a thoughtful approach. Did you face any challenges?
Absolutely. At first, she was shy and hesitant to express herself.
I can imagine. How did you encourage her to open up?
I used games and activities to make it fun. One day, we went to a well, and I pumped some water.
That's a creative idea. How did that help her?
It was a sensory experience. The sound of the water and feeling it helped her understand communication better.
That's fascinating. So, she connected the action with words and feelings?
Exactly. It was like creating a bridge for her to express what she was experiencing.
That's such a beautiful way to teach. Did she respond well to that?
Yes, she started mimicking sounds and even used some words to describe what she felt.
That's a huge step forward. What words did she learn first?
She learned water and pump. Simple but meaningful for her context.
Those are great choices. It's amazing how the right environment can foster learning.
Definitely. I also encouraged her to share her thoughts about the water.
How did she react to that?
At first, she was hesitant, but eventually, she pointed to the well and smiled.
That's a breakthrough. It must have been rewarding to see her engage like that.
It truly was. Each small victory felt monumental for both of us.
I can only imagine. Are there other activities you plan to try with her?
Yes. I'm thinking of taking her to a garden next. Exploring nature can offer so much to communicate about.
That sounds wonderful. The sights and smells would provide endless opportunities for learning.
Exactly. I want her to connect with her surroundings in a meaningful way.
I love that. Your dedication to her growth is inspiring.